I went to every convenience store in Tokyo and will be putting them all in a tier list, ranking them from best to worst. Some of these are hidden gems you should visit on your next trip to Japan, and others, well, you've been warned.
I've always wanted to know which convenience stores are the best to look for in Japan. I also want to show this internet hack. Here we go. Holy sh**, this would be amazing. How cool is that? Not great. Total random aside here. Cherry blossoms out. How cool is that? Look at that. That's sick.
Let's get started with the least popular convenience store with only 269 locations in all of Japan, Poplar.
Alright. I've never seen it at any other convenience store ever. I've been around Japan for about 2 months now. We have duck. Hi, I've never had this before. Alright, let's try this out. Duck. It's really good. It tastes like ham. Hold on. We can only use this space for 20 minutes. Alright, let's do this.
When people think Japanese convenience stores, they usually think 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson. Poplar never comes up, but it's actually very cool to be in one because it feels unique, different even. Post for Poplar, nice seating area, competitive prices, making it a friendly budget option, and cigarettes if you're into them. Seems they have a lot. We even saw someone buy a pack in the few minutes I spent walking around in there. Cons, if you're looking for a Poplar, it's going to be very difficult to find. Also, the smaller store size seems to be a bit more cramped and offer less items than most of the other stores. Overall, it has almost everything the big three offer, and because I'm not a huge smoker who can benefit from Poplars, it's going to be a B-tier convenience store for me. Next up on our list is a personal favorite of mine, Daily Yamazaki. Something about the name to me just screams konbini. There are 771 Daily Yamazakis in Japan, so they're not as easy to find either, but when you do, I think you'll like what you see.
Alright, so grab a melon bread. Hey. Alright guys, so it looks like any other regular convenience store, and unfortunately they do not have the freshly baked goods section. I think it's actually pretty rare. I have been to one of them before. I gotta say the bakery's really f***ing good. I did end up getting the melon bread here is packaged, so it's not fresh. That's a lot of cream. Holy sh**, this would be amazing. Wow guys, if you have a sweet tooth like me, holy sh**, this melon bread is actually delicious.
Daily Yamazakis have pretty much everything the big three offer too. And despite not being able to visit a Daily Yamazaki with fresh pastries, their melon bread is still to die for. And since we're rating the convenience stores as a whole, having fresh pastries has to land it in A tier.
Alright y'all, so we're at our next convenience store, a Newdays. Now Newdays is actually owned by JR East, which is why they're located in train stations. You can see all the people running around behind me. This is a pretty active train station. People are getting off of work and everything. But one quick thing about train stations, we have food shops right there. We got a sweet shop there. We got a bakery over there. The train stations are essentially like mini malls. But yeah, if you ride the JR train at all, you're gonna see Newdays everywhere you go. So let's see how Newdays stacks out. I came in to check to make sure that Newdays has it. Oh, is this a self-checkout? That's it. So Newdays, big plus is they actually have a self-checkout, which I think is really cool. Even though most convenience store checkouts are pretty quick anyway and everything, I just think it's nice to have a self-checkout. But big downside, I didn't see any hot food in there.
There are about 500 Newdays locations owned and located at JR East train stations. That's their biggest pro, being located conveniently around train stations. They also focus on having snacks and even bento boxes for the people who need food on the go.
How cool is that?
So because Newdays are often located in train stations, they're usually a lot smaller, resulting in less options. Also, because they're meant to be on the go, they rarely have any seating or dining areas.
This is actually a Newdays branded salmon with wasabi onigiri. Check it out. Look at that. So all in all, Newdays, very convenient with the self-checkout, but without any hot food, I'd have to give it a C tier actually.
But after seeing how convenient Newdays is, being placed on the platforms themselves, I think I'm going to bump it up to B tier.
Every Japanese person here, they're just like all standing in line like respectful human beings, unlike every other country in this world. Alright, hey y'all, so we finally made it to the Seicomart here. Not gonna lie, it was quite the journey. There were no Seicomarts, basically all of Tokyo. I had to come all the way out here to go to a Seicomart for y'all. Full disclosure, I've been to a Seicomart before, up in Hokkaido with Steve, Radic, and friends. Let's go check it out.
So there are 1186 Seicomarts located in Japan, but most of them being in Hokkaido actually, with only a few dozen in the Tokyo or Kanto area. Depending on where you are in Japan, this can be either very convenient or very inconvenient to visit.
Hi, arigato. This is so funny. I ran all the way out here in the middle of nowhere just for a Seicomart. So I mean, as you can see in there was a bunch of alcohol actually. So what caught my eye was actually the fried chicken here. I think their signature is the Hot Chef brand. As convenient as Japanese convenience stores are, there's a little toothpick right there. Looks good to me. So it's very dry inside. Not the best fried chicken I've had. One interesting thing I found was the onigiri that was already heated up. That just goes to show how good onigiris are. Even when it's just rice and seaweed, it's still pretty good. Now I do like how this is warm. You see that? It is very dry, guys. So I see a lot more Seicomarts up in Hokkaido actually. And when we went up there, as Radic, Steve and I, we were so hungry this one day. The only convenience stores that we were passing by were Seicomarts. So we went into one of them and it turned out to be so bad, nothing to buy. Like nothing that caught our eye really. In my experience here at this one, not great. The lady was really nice. Oh, Japanese people are pretty nice. To be honest, it's pretty lackluster compared to all the other convenience stores here in Japan. So all in all, I'm gonna have to put this in the C tier.
Hey guys, before we get to the infamous Ministop, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Nextiva. Now if you own a business of any kind, this might be perfect for you. Are you still using your personal phone number for work? It's time to level up your business game. Nextiva is here to help you streamline all your business communication into one powerful app. Say goodbye to the mess of multiple apps and hello to seamless customer interactions across all channels. Even if you're running your business from your personal phone in a spreadsheet, Nextiva has got you covered with an easy setup process. Make the switch now and watch your business shine like a Fortune 500 company while you focus on closing deals and scaling up. My personal favorite feature is the seamless integrations with Google Calendar so I can truly run my entire business from one easy-to-use app. Plus, you can get 50% off your plan by visiting trynextiva.com or using the link in the description.
Alright guys, day 2 at the Ministop now. So Ministop has 2,045 locations here in Japan. Anyway, let's go check it out.
So there were around 2045 Ministops in Japan. And the cool thing about them is they all have a sort of hybrid convenience store and fast food restaurant type experience. You can typically order a lot of hot food, ice cream, or even coffee at the cash register.
I think kids actually come here after school. Ministop probably holds like a really strong part in some Japanese kids.
Because Ministops are meant to hit that hybrid type store, they usually always have seating. And that was no exception for the one I visited.
Let's try the infamous ice cream here.
The only cons I can really come up with is that there are fewer locations compared to the big 3. And that you might eat too much ice cream.
It's soft, it's creamy. Yo. So kid just parked his bike right in front of me. See if he gets an ice cream. Also, it might just be because this is a bigger Ministop, but it feels like there's a lot more variety in this store. So, all in all, Ministop's an 8 here for me. Can't get enough of this ice cream. I actually didn't really even think of this because it's too cold today, but when it's too hot out and the ice cream melts, the cup will catch it and not melt all over your hand. So this is a genius cone idea, guys. Holy shit. Alright, next stop, Lawson. Alright y'all, so here at Lawson now, literally right down the street from the Ministop. Perfect timing and placement, but let me tell you guys, convenience stores are everywhere here in Japan. So it's not that uncommon for convenience stores to just literally be next to each other, placed right next to each other. Anyway, Lawson, you'll notice this is actually a Lawson 100. Now there's regular Lawsons, Lawson 100s, and natural Lawsons. Regular Lawsons are just regular convenience store food. Lawson 100s, apparently everything in there is 100 yen. So it's like the dollar store of, I guess, convenience stores, which I think is really cool. We're gonna go check that out. And lastly, there's a natural Lawson. Natural Lawsons are more expensive Lawsons, but like everything in there is like natural and organic, which obviously makes them more expensive. We're gonna go inside and check out this Lawson 100.
There are 14,650 Lawson locations spread throughout all of Japan, making it the third largest convenience store chain in the country. Lawson 100s are a bit more rare to see, but they offer budget-friendly options with a wide selection of necessities, even produce and groceries. These stores are usually smaller and more cramped though, also providing slightly lower quality products since they're a budget-friendly option.
Alright guys, so right across from the Lawson, a nice little park over here that we're going to record this bit. Just another tidbit, like Japan has so many of these parks that you can just sit at and everything. It's actually really cool and they're all so clean. Like look at this, it's so clean guys, check it out. Anyway, I thought I would get a hash brown here at the Lawson, not because I'm known for it, but because it was the only hot food that costs exactly 100 yen, so I could pay with 100 yen. Now we're also going to go check out a regular Lawson as well and rank them all together. Alright, here we are, hash brown from Lawson. Okay, you got that crunch. Now I gotta say, I do feel lied to, because not everything in there is 100 yen, which I don't totally blame them for, because I mean, with inflation, they would lose a lot of money selling everything for 100 yen. So it does feel like almost a little bit of false advertising, but I understand. Yeah, also the Lawson 100 has a lot more grocery. It feels like more of a supermarket feel than a convenience store almost. Or like a mix of both of them, which I think is really cool actually. And everything in there was still really cheap. I don't think I saw many things over 200 yen, so still kind of going by its name.
So natural Lawsons are actually pretty far and few in between, but I actually ended up finding one late at night.
You can see this is like a regular one, this is a natural one. This one, you can clearly tell that the bread is like white, but there's also fruit up here, also with the natural Lawson brand. I'm gonna guess that these are more organic and healthy as well. Hi, arigato. As you can see, I had to get something that was more natural Lawson branded. This one's actually natural Lawson branded, it's the fruit that we're looking at. And then this one is an organic Azuki bean tea. Only got it because it says organic, and natural Lawsons are known for being organic.
Natural Lawsons have a lot more organic and natural food options, making it a great convenience for health-focused individuals. They're also built to be a bit more modern looking than the other Lawsons. They have a lot of unique and premium items you won't find at most other convenience stores too. Now, obviously this comes at the cost of higher prices than you would see elsewhere. Also, there just aren't as many of them out there since they probably cater to a smaller niche and all.
Alright, let's give it a try. It tastes like red bean tea. It tastes like good tea. It has 0 sugar in it. For me, with my American taste buds, it's pretty rough. Like the green tea out here I can't really do because there's no sugar in it. And so next up here, honeydew, C tier pineapple, B tier blueberry, A tier fruit, kiwi, S tier for me guys. Oranges, I love oranges, I'm biased, so that was a sour orange. I thought this was watermelon. It's grapefruit. Oh, that's sour. F tier. That was delicious, guys. Alright, y'all, so we made it to an actual Lawson. Anyway, this Lawson should be like most any other convenience store here in Japan. Let's go check it out. Alright, ramen flavored fried chicken. It's always really nice because they come with a toothpick here. You don't have to worry about like getting your hands all greasy. It's definitely a different flavor from the regular fried chicken they have, but it's still really good. They're basically chicken nuggets. That's what they are. So yeah, Lawson is pretty much anything you would ever want from any other convenience store. But the variety of these Lawson stores, like the Lawson 100 being more of a grocery store, the natural Lawson having a lot more expensive, natural, fresher, organic food and stuff, all that put together definitely lands it into S tier for me personally. Also the food in there is amazing, like the special chicken nuggets that they have and like a whole bunch of other variety and food and everything that you would want in pretty much any other convenience store. Alright, y'all, so at the Family Mart now. Family Mart has over 16,000 locations here in Japan. What they're known for is actually their fried chicken, the Famichiki, and also just known for being a really good convenience store overall. So let's go check it out.
Having around 16,289 locations makes it the second most popular convenience store in Japan. Now, there are actually Family Marts outside of Japan as well, located in other Asian countries. This makes it one of the most internationally recognized Japanese convenience store brands.
Always fried chicken. Also, guys, check it out. They literally have spices you can use on your food here. Also, you can like boil your own hot water and everything for coffee. Umbrellas over here. So we got an ATM. We got a printer. Guys, we have a printer. If you ever, find it to print things, especially in the US, you got a printer here. More seating. It's closed for now, but yeah, more seating. Arigato. Oh yeah, so we got the most famous item here on the menu, the family chicken. We have some sitting space here. Here we go. Fucking delicious. It's dripping with juices. Now I did also want to show this internet hack. People from Family Mart buying an egg sandwich and then the fried chicken and putting the fried chicken in the egg sandwich. So I got a ham and egg one, and I'm just gonna take all the egg and make it a whole new sandwich. So, again, building our own sandwich here. 2 slices of egg. There's a little bit of ham in there, but it's whatever. Here's what it looks like. Alright, here we go. Alright guys, this is seriously the best thing I've ever had at any convenience store here in Japan. That is not putting it lightly, because everything at convenience stores here in Japan are amazing. But holy shit, the combination of these 2 items is actually ungodly. Family Mart has to go into S tier for me, ahead of Lawson, because this is amazing. But anyway, with that down, we got one more convenience store to go, 7-Eleven. Alright y'all, last stop at the 7-Eleven here, and our 7-Eleven is the biggest convenience store chain in all of Japan, with I think over 20,000 stores just in Japan alone. Now they're definitely the most common. I mean, they're the most popular for a reason, so let's go check it out.
Now, Japan has the most 7-Eleven stores worldwide, but 7-Eleven is a global franchise. It's kind of like the McDonald's of convenience stores. They're everywhere. So why are the 7-Elevens in Japan better? Well, Japan has a fast-paced lifestyle and long work hours, and this creates the need for a convenient place to grab a bite to eat, which is where 7-Eleven comes in. The quality of the food in Japanese 7-Elevens is also on a whole other league of its own, with so many exclusive items and pretty much anything you're looking for.
Check it out. So 7-Eleven, all these are 7-Eleven branded bakery goods and stuff. Also 7-Eleven branded refrigerated food. Also 7-Eleven branded. So all these things, dude, there's so many 7-Eleven icons. Wow, there's just so many. All of these items, obviously, exclusive to 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven does offer a crazy variety. I mean, this store is kind of big. It has a lot of stuff in it, specifically 7-Eleven branded, so no other convenience store can sell them. I think Family Mart and Lawson do have some of their items branded as them, but not nearly as many, that's for sure. Arigato. So for 7-Eleven, I got a pizza bun. Now, if you don't know what these are legendary here in 7-Eleven. It's like an Asian steam bun, but with like pizza filling inside, like sauce and cheese. Let's try this out. Guys, look, it's literally a pizza in there. This is amazing, guys. 7-Eleven, the best convenience store in Japan. It's got the most stores, it's got the most variety, the most exclusive items, anything you could really ask for, really. And also my favorite thing at 7-Eleven is actually the smoothies, which only about half the 7-Eleven stores have, but you can actually get a frozen cup of fruit, put it in the smoothie machine, and it will make you a smoothie. It's also really cheap too, and so that's probably my favorite thing in all convenience stores. But anyway, 7-Eleven's definitely at the top of my list. S tier, in front of both Family Mart and Lawson. So yeah, there you have it. All 8 convenience stores I could find here in Japan. There might be a few more small, tiny ones. Let me know in the comments if I actually missed any, because I did a lot of research to try to find these 8. I've always wanted to know which convenience stores are the best to look for in Japan, because I mean, when you come to this country, you want to go to the best convenience stores. 7-Elevens, it's the most common. You'll see them everywhere. There's a reason why they're everywhere, or the most popular. But you can't go wrong with Family Mart or Lawson either. Daily Yamazaki and Ministop, also really not bad options. They're a bit fewer in number, but like, they're still amazing convenience stores. Below that, we have Poplar, which is ironically the least popular convenience store, but still a solid choice. You can't go wrong with any of the convenience stores here in Japan, really. And then below that, there's Newdays. The benefit obviously being it's in pretty much every train station, but they never have hot food. So for me, it lands itself just barely into B tier. Last and certainly least is Seicomart. It's still better than most every American convenience store, but holy, I don't like Seicomart, guys. I really don't. I tried to come in here with an open mind this time, but Seicomart is C tier for me. It's my last option here in Japan. Funny enough, it's still better than every other convenience store, at least in America, which goes to say something about Japan and about the US, or at least the convenience stores, you know. So anyway, there you have it, all 8 convenience stores ranked. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, like, comment, subscribe. This was a lot of fun filming, but it was actually a lot more work than I anticipated. I'm trying to squeeze this in filming wise with another video. I hope there was enough information on every convenience store and whatnot. Wrapping up the video, signing off. I'll see y'all next time. All like in chicken nugget form right there. So
ポスター当てるから落ちるか分かるじゃん。これ。
あ、ごめん、日本語話せません。
これ持って。落ちると壊れちゃうから。
ごめん。The guy had to open the thing. So there goes my tripod. I'll just wait for him to finish.